Hello and welcome back to Asylum. Okay, so we're in this room where we watched all these different films about, that one guy whose name I can't think of. And we were getting ready to go through this door, I think. I hope. Let's see what happens. Where is this going to lead us to? Another long hallway. What is this? The fence had come loose from the window, which I trusted would be fixed for the reopening. Okay. Is this the library then? Oh, we're right here? Okay, that was the therapy room. We came out of there. We're going to go to the game room. Okay. See what's in the game room, I guess. The game room used to burst with activity in its heyday. It was a fine accomplishment of the Institute that patients could coexist peacefully, playing games together. But now the room was in shambles. We have crayons. They always encouraged us to draw, so we're going to pick up a red crayon. What else are we going to pick up? A horse? Just an old toy. Okay, do we want a black crayon? No? Nope, that's all we want. Alright. Well, what's over here? More chairs. The game room had been designed to hold a large number of patients. We're going to hide behind the pole here. Okay. And that, I suppose, is the way out. Back in the days, it was nice to sit in this cozy sofa by the fireplace. The fireplace was a nice way to get the room warm back then, but the staff needed to keep a close eye on the more unruly patients. I believe this was the table patients chose for playing games when it was cold because of its privileged position near the fireplace. Okay. What else have we got here? A picture. Ominous but with a hint of beauty. At least 2 patients suffered burns during my stay because of this open fireplace. Yes, I remember there were fights among patients to get this table during the winter. Fun times. I had no idea what that was. Well, it's a kid's little game, hammering game thing that kids used to do. Okay, how's it going to move us around here? This sofa might have been comfortable once, but at present sitting here was out of the question. And I don't know where that door leads. A completely dried plant. Nice. Do we get to see what this is? A radio. The radio's batteries were dead. Okay. Too much for that. Okay, where's this door gonna lead? A wide variety of classic science fiction novels. Patients were lucky to have access to fine literature in the Institute. Only science fiction? That's interesting. Okay, so this was the door to the library. Apparently. There we go. Takes it a moment. No idea which books were at the end of this ladder, but likely the more boring ones. Of a varied selection which unsurprisingly didn't match the category of this section. Which is, we don't know. Oh, physiology. Okay. Pharmacology. Fireplace. Oh, so this door also leads into the... Alright. So they both lead to the library. Okay. More and more and more books. I don't know if we need to go down each... Oh, yeah. Some days ago, I casually read a newspaper article about Dr. Walter Hanwell, a general surgeon with extensive knowledge of mental illness who recently founded his own hospital for the insane. In his impassioned words, I could sense I got an itch. I could sense a sincere concern about the consequences of mind disorders. In that same article, Hanwell's notable technological advances in his field, a discipline in which antiquated practices are often ingrained, elicited a feeling of excitement that I hadn't experienced in a long time. The fine trajectory of this kindred spirit compelled me to write him a letter, disenchanted as I was about ongoing problems in my local medical center, which I concluded was managed by closed-minded individuals. Dr. Hanwell responded sooner than I expected. We exchanged various experiences from our respective fields of expertise in an engaging debate that I fondly remember as a deciding factor that would dictate the rest of my career. We agreed that increasing reports of developing mental abnormalities were a consequence of a degenerate society, that minds operating outside the boundaries of morality would inevitably deteriorate until no shade of humanity was left. There was a mutual agreement that the fabric of our culture, our breed, was eroding. As admired professionals, we have an obligation to guide our peers into the blistering light of cognizance. We see and perceive what others don't. Not taking action would be a shameful disgrace to our human condition. We continue talking about how a mental hospital should be managed under the strictest of conditions, and how a symbol of solemn authority was of the utmost importance for ensuring smooth operations. Suffice it to say, I became enchanted with Walter Hanwell's grand vision, his endless quest to correct the course of society, beginning with those who had lost their way in the most profound and visceral sense, the decay of their own minds. Okay, well, that was very interesting, but we don't know who wrote all that, do we? See, the only reason I came down here was because I was wondering if I would find something along those lines. Ooh, we get to look out the window. Covered in some kind of mold, they were going to spend a long time cleaning up this place. Someone, a patient, a child, seemed to have scribbled something on the cover of this book. What did they scribble on it? Don't I get to know? I guess not. Okay. While my storied career as a general surgeon has cemented my prestigious position in the field, a fact widely acknowledged, a new path, research topics related to psychology, crippled, horrified me to no end. What? Oh, I made it okay. I don't know what book this is. Oh, we got the book update. Well, this must be Dr. Hanwell. Okay, the story of why he opened up. Another collection of books unrelated to my search. What is my search? I don't know what I'm searching. That might help, huh? History and pathology. A murky window. Castle of the Forest. It looked like some fairy tale. Okay. 333. Just another random collection of books. But 333 might be important, so remember that number. Neurology on this side. An old unpublished manual about some kind of biopsy machine. Warning, is this stereotactic? This thingy's in my way. Transorbital brain biopsy equipment is still undergoing extensive tests. The strab is a novel device, depending on the cranial structure. Turn on the equipment using the control panel. Rotate the principal knob to the appropriate unit that corresponds to the patient's cranial dimensions. This will set the target coordinates. The person assisting should evaluate whether everything is in the correct position, particularly the harness. Supervising professional at the control panel may pick up the wired activator. Press the button to set the procedure in motion. Wait until the extractor needle finalizes the procedure and is fully removed from the patient's orbital. If blood leaks through the puncture, wipe it away with a disinfected towel. There's no need to treat the puncture. Once the machine completes the procedure, the fluid containing the sample will be located in a sterilized receptacle behind the extractor component. Inspect the patient's orbital for any unexpected damage, then have the patient remain seated in the bed to recover from any dizziness. The brain sample is ready to be examined. Last 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. Oh, and a whole slew of pictures. Alright. Good, that was recorded. The conspiracy against the human race didn't seem like an appropriate read for this gloomy night. So I'm sure that all was important on how to use that machine. So I'm glad it recorded all of that for me. So I didn't have to. A random collection of books, nothing that seemed important for my search. Just yellowed old pages. I couldn't say if there was anything of importance. They were utterly unreadable. Nursing. But we can't get through there. And I'm sure that what I wanted to search was probably down there. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now we can unlock the library. So, okay, I need to know what we're supposed to be doing. What's our tasks? Oh, we have items. A crayon. Little red crayon, it reminded me that once, a long time ago, days at Hanwell. Yeah, could be pleasant. Okay, let's go to our tasks. Speak with Lenny, I gotta find him. Drain the septic tank. Visit the upper floors. Investigate about Bertrand. Okay. So what I need... Investigate about Bertrand. Yeah, nothing. I need to know how to drain those lower floors. Back through the library. This stuff, it's been a while. Okay, let's go upstairs. See what else we have up there. We're not supposed to be up here. But guess what? We're going to be. Okay, so this is this floor. Morgue, laboratory, museum. I'm right here, so that's on this floor. Female hospital, male hospital. Okay. What's this? Main corridors. Oh, those are cleaning rounds. Okay, so this one's the museum. Patients were allowed to pay short visits to the haunting museum of the Institute, which rather than a sanctuary of science and erudition, had now turned into a grotesque carnival. Were those ears? But why? This exhibit displayed hands, of course. An abomination of nature, a baby with gut-wrenching birth defect. A jar with something odd inside, an organ shaped like a pastry, hideous. Human brains, charming. Typical glass slide for putting tissue samples on. Okay, so what can we use here? Nope, I didn't need to cut that. Okay, so we're gonna put... Seemed like a convenient spot. Oh, so where are we gonna get the temple? Oh, I see. Okay, so... Can we take the lids off of... Okay. Okay, so... We're gonna put a slide here. When we get to it. And then we're gonna take off one of these lids. You know what? I'm going to start with this one down here because it looks interesting. And we're going to use the tweezers. Oh. Okay, so we're not going to use the tweezers just yet. Okay. I'm going to grab them anyway because... Oh, okay, I left the tweezers there. Series of radiographs. Human brains. A dog? Cat? Some kind of animal with twisted features in this gloomy museum. Let's go down here first. Pictures. Undergoing some painful treatment. Picture depicted someone important with some sort of gory medical intervention. Okay. So we already looked at those guys. Ooh, twins? A gruesome sight. Elegant drapes covered the window. A complete human skeleton. It seemed real. It probably is. Why were there so many skulls in the museum? A display with many skulls and various instruments. Rebecca Burse. That's the pregnant one. Did not suffer any specific ailments early in life. Violent sexual assault. She's found on a state of shock. The perpetrator never apprehended. She began to recover, began socializing. She mistreats both her peers and the nursing team using foul, highly offensive language. Is that something we want? No. Okay. Several skulls, some instruments. Alright, so not a whole lot in here. Dr. Hanwell's office. Perhaps the right key would let me in. Eventually I'll find him. Key ring wouldn't unlock this door. Okay. What was missing? A couple keys, so remember that. And there we can go in. large hole in the roof. Yeah, no sense of security. Solarium was in shambles with debris and assorted garbage scattered all around. What is this? Kokoda insect repellent? Yeah, I guess that's not something I want. What's gonna jump out of that hole at me? None of the windows here seem to have survived a long period of neglect. The window was shattered. The stove didn't work, of course not. Another dirty and broken window. A newspaper. Record of patients housed in local hospital. Okay. Little information about the Kirk Bridge and shouldn't exceed 250 patients. I'm guessing they must have done. What's in here? Is this like an operating room or a surgery of some kind? Or just a patient room? Seen plenty of depressing environments in this institute by then, but the chilling morgue, oh, it's the morgue, a whole different level. Yeah, blood. Jar contained a repulsive liquid. Shards of broken glass protruded from a broken cabinet, suggesting it was best to steer clear. Have to open all of these and see what we have to see. What is this? On? Hook behind me seemed to move a bit. It was evidently part of this mechanism. Didn't need to move anything at present. The button is stuck. Oh, that hook there. Okay. I suppose I'm going to figure out which of these I want to pull open. Let's start with the bloody one. Nobody there. Okay, let's go to this bloody one. No way to open this. No way to open. No way to open. No way to open. No way to open. What are those? Pile of empty flasks. A skull? Seemed like a stalk of blood, perhaps meant to be analyzed. Nothing I want, apparently. Am I gonna find the dead body of Bramwell, whatever his name is? Bones. What a disgusting mess. It seemed like someone did this on purpose, as a sort of protest. Handle of this compartment was stuck. Won't open. A2 or 8-5. I'm gonna write it down. It looks like an A to me, though it could be a 4. A2S8. Something like that. AZ. By a specific tag. So we have to find who that is. CO80. Okay. go find a specific tag. And that was around over here, wasn't it? Oh no. Didn't know what those papers could mean. More broken glass. Handle wouldn't turn. Some organ bizarrely still fresh on the tray. Some boxes and hammers. I shivered in disgust while pondering what they may have been used for. Yeah, yes. Lobotomies. Some weights. Random junk was scattered inside this drawer. Strange contraption. Okay, so I didn't realize I could open the tree. Regular dirty rags with blood on it. And that was names and things, and that one has nothing. And this is only one jar. With nothing useful. Is that a light? But it won't come on. Faucets didn't work in here. And we can't open that. Is that the book we need? The book provided some details about the bodies in the morgue, names, tags, and some notes. Yeah, but it's not, I can't see it very well. Oh, I can. Okay, so who is it I'm looking for? I don't remember what his name is. Bertrand. Is there a Bertrand on here? Bertrand. Not that I could see. Okay. Handle wouldn't turn. I know, well, we got to inspect everything, you know. Cabinet won't open. An old worn-out microscope. Several flasks. How do I open that? I don't, I guess. Okay, let's go in here. Empty jars and dirty rags. Nothing helpful. A lock. A cloth. Just random stuff. What's in here then? Nothing interesting. Just a bunch of boxes stacked. What a waste of space. Yeah, why don't you just give me what I needed? Whole lot of what I don't need. The window. A small moving table likely used to transport instruments during autopsy. This is where we did the autopsy. Are we going to have to do an autopsy? I don't know. The light doesn't work. There's nothing down that way. Okay, so that's the mark. The water closet? You never know what you're going to find. Thankful that I couldn't see anything in those toilets. There's water running somewhere though. Look at that one works. But that one doesn't. Okay. And there's the drain with water in it. All right. The one on the left works. So that would mean, hopefully on the other side over here, we actually have some kind of a, what's this? The laboratory. We'll see what's in here before we worry about the water. I like to be methodical. I don't want to skip. The laboratory greeted me with a hint of sinister ambience. The greenish light and fetid smell only contributed to convey an eerie sense of the organic. Also, what was in that corner? A dead animal of some kind, it looks like. Nothing in here. And nothing in here. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. Some sort of chemical substance. Cabinet was jammed. Been in disuse for a long time. A locked cabinet. Test tubes. Other things. And other things. Beakers. Pipe-like things. Several lids for jars. And old cans. Okay. Nothing particularly helpful. Old instruments, and tools, and things, and stuff, and bottles, and things, and stuff. Okay. Does this one work? Nope. Well, how come that one worked? Seemed to be pure decor. Who are you? A rat. Oh, please don't touch the equipment. Now you're going to speak to me. Nothing in there. A letter returned to sender. But I don't get to read it. Maybe later. I know I'm being super nosy first. Okay. I don't even need to bother if it's going to show that it's not going to have anything in it. Yeah. Doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doo. Ew. That was not attractive. Does this one turn on? No. So rusty it couldn't be found. I don't think there's going to be anything in these drawers. I'm being so careful to be thorough. But we're getting nowhere. Okay, should we go up here and talk to this guy, or do we want to look at the cabinet first? Okay, it's not going to open up. The Hanwell Mental Institute, Influence of Ambrose Miller. Another notable chapter. The Limetamide. Babies were born malformed. Yeah. That was a sad thing. I knew somebody who was affected by that as a baby. His mother had taken it, and he had little footballs. It was locked. And that one too. Okay. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. So that must be who this is, that Dr. William or whatever his name is. And it wasn't his fault because they didn't know. They didn't know. They were told it was safe to get in. They didn't know. It was the fault of the pharmaceutical company, I think. Drawer was locked. None of these doors seem to open. Okay. Well, shall we speak to him?
Hello? Am I interrupting something?
Who are you?
I'm a former member of the Institute. I came here tonight to look into some docu.
Well, this is highly irregular. Did Julia let you in? I'll need to have a word with her. As you can see, the building is not in a condition for you to go anywhere you please.
Oh, but I'm only going to the allowed areas.
This area is not allowed.
Sorry, my mistake. But would you mind if I asked you some questions?
I was in the middle of something important, but go ahead.
Okay.
I assume you are...
I'm the new director of the Institute, Dr. Ambrose Miller. My purpose here is to honor the vision of my former colleague, Dr. Walter Hanwell.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay.
The reason I'm here is to research the older history of the Institute, from its heyday until the strange circumstances of its collapse.
As you can imagine, that's not a topic we like to discuss here. We prefer to look forward, not back in the past.
Well, as the new director, aren't you interested in what happened?
That remark seemed slightly insulting.
Oh.
I didn't mean to.
Look, it was all a sorry episode that none of us are proud of. And those responsible have long since been apprehended. And that's the end of it.
Okay.
I'm looking for information on a patient called Bertrand.
Bertrand is one from the old group, right?
I believe so. I've seen footage of him in the therapy room.
Footage? Intriguing. I'll have to take a look at that. But yes, of course he sounds familiar. He's here tonight.
Oh.
What do you mean, here? Physically?
Physically? What are you, a ghost hunter? Of course in flesh and blood. He's one of the patients being relocated.
This is an incredible development. Where can I see him?
I don't have such details. All I know is that he's in the same cell where he used to be.
Okay. Okay, so let's ask him about
Julia seems to be a nice member of the new Hanwell family.
Our new receptionist. I don't have much to say. I just met her earlier this morning.
She's doing a fine job. Must be difficult putting a nice face to all this filth.
Filth?
I'm sorry, I mean, let's talk about something else.
Boy, I'm good at putting my foot
So,
in my mouth.
you're the famous Dr. Miller.
Famous? Not quite. At least not around these parts. I'm just a humble servant who wishes to continue with Walter's grandiose dreams.
How so?
As soon as I heard this establishment was ceasing operations, I made arrangements to be transferred here, hopefully continue Walter's work. My connection in the field of medicine across the years proved valuable, as here I find myself as the new director in charge of this reopening.
Okay, Dr. Ebers.
About Dr. Ebers-Baker.
Baker.
The therapist?
Yes, I'm curious about her role at the Institute.
She was well positioned in the ranks at Hanwell, respected career and all, but if you ask me, she was a failure.
Really?
So you think Dr. Ebers-Baker was part of the reason why the Institute ceased operations?
No, at least not just her, but she was another component in the equation. I believe her foolish rivalry with Hawthorne distracted Walter from a greater purpose. And Hawthorne, well, he wasn't a saint of my devotion either.
Okay, Bruno.
Do you know Bruno?
Of course I know Bruno. He's our security guard.
Is there anything of interest you could tell me about him?
Not really. He's just a security guard.
Just a
But
security guard.
he's working in your establishment and contributes to a greater goal. You can't possibly operate this place without security.
Look, if you want to form a union with Bruno, be my guest. I need to keep working with this dangerous chemical.
Why such intolerance?
I have a highly dangerous chemical right here.
Fine.
Lenny.
Have you seen a patient wandering around?
The one who's cleaning the rooms? Yes. Leonard, I believe.
That's who I mean, yes. Is it safe to speak with him?
Certainly. Perfectly safe, otherwise we wouldn't allow him to roam freely. I'm not familiar with his case, though. We are simply continuing with the same treatment he had in the past.
Hanwell.
So, I assume you were acquainted with Walter Hanwell.
Quite so. Walter was a friend. We maintained ample correspondence over the years. Many subjects, both from the field of medicine and life itself, were our common interest. Many times I toyed with the idea of coming here to work with him. Alas, fate had a different plan for us.
What do you mean?
Well, the circumstances you're obviously familiar with. I was finally prepping myself for a greatly belated visit when all of a sudden the Institute shut down. Walter had been a friend in writing for many years, yet regrettably I never got to know him in person.
Let's look at our topics. Patients in
Are you familiar with the term Group E?
Yes, that's a therapy thing. Patients were organized into small groups and encouraged to discuss their fears and problems in confidence. In a more controlled environment, they were treated by, what was her name?
Dr. Ebers-Baker?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the construction below?
I'm aware of renovation plans that didn't come to fruition. The structure of the building was typical Kirkbride, since its inception, a style which became dated over time. Mind you, this was true of all mental hospitals of this area. All Kirkbride establishments were forced to change, or perish.
Why this whole fascination with the Kirkbride architecture?
You could say that Walter was a romantic, too attached to the old ways. He erected this building quite late in his lifetime, when the Kirkbride design was already beginning to exhibit its flaws, and he paid a price for it.
He did.
What I don't understand is the purpose of digging in the basement.
It makes perfect sense. That's typically how the migration of the so-called unit system worked. Underground tunnels.
Oh. Is
You
Bertrand
mentioned that
here?
Bertrand is back in the Institute?
Yes, the same cell as before.
Okay, whatever that was.
Why did
it shut down?
Hanwell shut down all of a sudden?
That's not a topic we are discussing here, as you can imagine.
I'm interested in learning the truth.
Truth these days is a social construct.
Oh, come on. A fact is still a fact, and there must be a reason why this place closed doors.
Mismanagement. Hanwell got too careless. He trusted the wrong people.
But
That is all I'm saying on this topic.
Okay, underground tunnels.
I'm wondering how a network of underground tunnels is so attached to the concept of a unit system.
To begin with, the unit system is a term that didn't catch on. It was meant to convey the notion of units of buildings, concerned with a single aspect for the everyday operation of a mental institute. One building for administrative offices, another for surgical interventions, then male and female infirmaries separated, and so on. The hospital border in Buenos Aires is a good example of such a system of buildings.
Okay. Items it wants me to talk about.
Are you familiar with this type of glass slide?
Is this a joke?
No.
Look at this crayon.
Yes, a typical way to keep patients entertained.
What do you make out of this?
That's crude and lowly. I prefer to work with finer instruments.
Are you familiar with this keyring?
That belongs to Bruno. You should return it to him at once.
Yes, sir.
Look at this elegant letter opener.
A true work of art.
Okay, that's it.
I'll be on my way.
Okay, so what's he working with? It's so important. Oh, these were all locked. Okay, well, we didn't find out a lot from him except that Bertrand is still here. Somewhere. Strange lab equipment. Okay, let's go on out. In the same cell he was in before. So we need to find out what cell he was in before. What's this? Oh, look who we found. Lenny, oh Lenny.
Lenny, I've been in the basement. You were right.
Really?
Yes, I was there before. And you too. I had this memory. We were working together in some kind of construction project. What were we doing down there?
I don't recall. Everything is so fuzzy.
Lenny, you have to make an effort. This is important for our sakes.
I don't want to, please. I don't want to remember. It hurts.
Okay, don't worry, Lenny. Let's try something else.
Let's see what we want to talk about. Bertrand. Let's start here. Dr. Miller.
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about that anymore.
Okay, because he probably knew that he was here.
It's incredible. But Bertrand, another patient from that time, like you and me, is here too. Don't you feel like this is all a strange coincidence?
I couldn't say. We all belong here. It's not a surprise to me.
Okay.
Did you hear anything else about this?
No.
Why
The
shut
Institute
down?
was shut down under strange circumstances, but I don't recall much about that period.
Me neither. We were in pain by then.
What is this about pain?
It was the pain that led to the shutdown. Down below.
Okay. Down below.
Did you hear anything else about this?
No.
Okay, let's see. Drain the septic tank we still need to do.
I should be on my way, Lenny.
Bertrand's cell.
Stay safe.
So we need to figure out which cell belongs to Bertrand. Okay. And we're gonna go up even higher if we can. He's not going to let us. That seemed to be Lenny's cart. Perhaps he was getting ready to clean the topmost floor. Okay. Okay, that's not Bertrand. I bet this is. Okay, this was Bertrand's cell. Why? There he is. What had they done to you, Bertrand? And there's a putrid stench. Okay, so he didn't like the music. Had I also seen it? But it had held something. The books were covered in dust. Let's give him the crayon. Is he going to draw something? Come on. In a state of catatonia or trance. I wondered if there'd be any help. Huh. Switch was damaged, leaving half of the room in the dark. Huh. Okay, so he's got our crayon. The clothes. I wonder if we need to play some music for him. Uh-oh. 12 a.m. 'Tis midnight. Okay, so what we need to do, Bertrand was beyond help, yet he'd clearly seen something linked to my visions, and who was the man with him who had swallowed the wind-up key for the music box? And what did the music box play? Get music box. See, we don't have all the records anymore. Who's Bertrand's cellmate? Was he also involved in the events that led to this nightmare? In my vision, Bertrand seemed to react to a nursery rhyme from a music box. I wonder if that's the one in the office in there. Let's go see. Who's in there? Oh, see, now he's looking at me. So I have to deal with him in some way. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, okay. So we need to find another way to calm him down. Do we play that song? bet he's got the music box, doesn't he? Okay, let's calm him down. Does that mean we play that song again? Oh, I don't think we can. We don't have those anymore, right? Yeah, they're gone. Not gonna be able to do the same trick again, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk to her. Yeah, we don't know where the other ones are. Finally broken down after all these years. Okay. That's him, Frederick Michaels. Oh yeah, that was this thing. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know if it's worth talking to her.
Have you been
about it.
upstairs?
No.
Not at all.
Don't lie to me. I thought I could trust you, but I may start having second thoughts.
All right, I'm sorry. I had a quick look, but didn't go very far.
Please, I told you, the upper floors are off limits. Don't make me regret giving you permission to enter the building.
Don't worry, Julia. You can trust me. I won't cause you any trouble. Cross my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where Bruno is? Yeah, see,
I'm done for now.
About anybody. I need to find him. I don't know where I'm going now. Because we need to figure out how to turn off the water. Would that be in here? Like in that shed. It was locked, wasn't it? Let's go check it out. We might have keys to it now. Shed appeared to be locked. Oh. Okay. We're not gonna get into the shed. Do you remember the soothing sound? So apparently you're not it. This is the washroom. Laundry room. Unsettling rumors. That's one of the things we need to do too, is learn how to turn on drain the basement. He's not in here anymore. Did he go upstairs? What's in here? Operating rooms, hydrotherapy. Okay. Okay. What's this? A gas tank. It seemed like a dangerous thing to find in here. Am I going to want to explode everything? It wouldn't open. Oh. Hydrotherapy. Rehabilitation sessions. Bertrand LaRoche and William Hodgson presented a marked deterioration in their condition. LaRoche is growing increasingly tense, and Nurse Marion noticed a number of bruises on his body. New episodes in which he falls into a sort of catatonic state, unable to respond. Some cellmates had some kind of a quarrel over a musical box that LaRoche enjoyed but made Hodgson nervous, as described by Marion. In this struggle, Hodgson retrieved the spring iron from the device and immediately swallowed it. The patient was immediately taken to the operating room, but surgeons deemed too dangerous to perform the excision in his current condition. Okay, so he needs high blood pressure. Then he died of a heart attack. Nothing could be done to lower his pressure. The chest was visibly throbbing violently, so he'd been taken, so he's 102A. Okay. Hodgson was that patient who had swallowed the wind-up key in my vision. Another light switch. No trace of water. Exhausted and disappointed by the last session. Leonard. She got organic stuff from a growth? It's next to one of the lab rats. So apparently in their digging, they encountered mold. It was toxic. So that was part of the pain they all dealt with. That mold. Pair of crutches. that's not something I can turn. Will Hodgson, cell 102A, group E. Acute panic attacks. Set of wooden steps. Typical scale. Okay. Nothing there. Psychiatry. Won't open. Operating room. The lamp didn't even have a light bulb. What is that banging? The lamp was barely held on. A medical appliance? Oh, they put in their mouth. Empty. Bunch of chemicals. The labels were stained with some kind of fluid, rendering them unreadable. Oh, that's the slide. Apparently, okay, that's a sedative, and I need that. So I need a cloth or something. Because then I can get Whatcha-Diggy to sleep. More stuff to read. Interesting. Wasn't there? Oh, it's not going to let me get that. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Oh. I need that sedative. Oh, this is the other operating room. Something about this place sends a shiver down my spine. Hint of dread in the air, thanks in part to a freakish mechanical apparatus reigning over the room. That's just a light. Jar that seemed unused in a newer condition than the rest of the items here. Label said hydrochloric acid. Okay, we can use that for a few things. What if the water turns on? Oh wait, we can use that. That's where we can put our slide once we know what we're supposed to put on it. Blanket covering the stretcher looked disgusting. Oh, this is this thing. That's the one we read up on how to use. Machine seemed in good condition and should work. Oh, it does a brain biopsy. Okay. So somebody needs a brain biopsy, apparently. But we're gonna go back over here and get that sedative in my syringe. Okay. Syringe. Okay. Now we can hush him up. And maybe get the music box. What's in here? Oh, this is the hydrotherapy. That the pipes here had busted. Okay. Had it worked, the stove might have helped. It was freezing in here. Oh, look at this. We've drained the thingy. This valve was proving useful. I thought I could use it again later. Okay, we'll take it then. Let's look and see. Did we do strange machine? Find Hodgson's body. Box, drain the septic tank. Okay. A newspaper. Mistreatment of patients in renowned hospital. Ah, the nurses turned him in. Okay, well. Seemed to be some kind of control panel, possibly meant to adjust the temperature of the water. Okay, yeah, it's not going to come on. What have we got here? We can hear him banging or someone's banging. Oh, okay. Back here. This way is blocked. Oh, what's this? So is this where she had her baby? Lonely wheelchair conveniently positioned in the middle of the corridor, as if it was some kind of twisted joke. Oh, we've seen these before. Haven't we? Oh, see, now we're all through here. Oh, looky here. Guess what we're gonna do? All right. Did that do it? Long rusted pipes decorated this aged wall in a haunting manner. Okay. Did we do it? Nope. Rumors. Ominous contraption was the main feature of a surgery room upstairs. Something about it seemed wicked, not meant to be or not meant to be used by human beings. Hodgson. And the jar with acid. The syringe with the sedative. And my valve. Alright, let's go on through here. There was still a hint of reflection in it. Back in the day, I could spend hours looking at those beautiful views. However, it was all rather depressing now. Okay. Another window that could have used some cleaning. Door seemed locked from the other side. See anything through the window. And this is locked. Firmly locked. Oh, now we're here. Oh, I see where we are. So it's latched from the other side, so you have to go around. Okay. But let's go down and give our sedative. I knew I was going to do that. Sedative. I watched too much Young Frankenstein too many times. All I want is your music box. Okay. The high-risk patient was sedated. To carefully trespass into this room. Yeah. There he is sleeping. Where's the music box? There it is. Finally, this was indeed the music box from my vision. I probably need to find the little key to it too, don't I? Sleep, 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 sleep. Do I need to make sure I lock it again? Or is it going to be automatically locked? Okay, so now we need to go to back up here. And give Bertrand his music box. He'll draw the picture for us. Oops. Oh, it's one more. Nope, not here. He's right here. Let's put the music box on. Like some kind of chapter in his memory. But what do I need? No. Okay, so we need a way to wind it up. Where's the wind-up key? What have they done to you, Bertrand? Oh, you know what? It's inside of... Oh, boy. 102... Oh, what was he again? Topics... People. Hodgson. I should have wrote down his number and I didn't. Not sure if I remember which one they said it was. Not that one. CO80. This wasn't the number I was looking for. 8258. That's not the number I was looking for. E109. Okay. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to get a gurney over there. Oh, okay. Body was too heavy to move by hand. Was already next to the table, and the button is stuck. So now what am I going to do? Have to gather strength and open this bag. strength. Oh, nice. His pallid face and eyes wide open evoked a sense of terror and despair. Hodgins seemed to have died. Oh, we are going to use that. I'm going to use my bare hands? That's gross. This is lovely. Okay, well, we got the key. So we... Uh-oh. No. What? Oh, jeez, of course. Okay. Well... I was expecting him to wake up once again in another terrifying vision. I needed to get away from this morgue. Yeah, because my key fell down here. Due to my being on edge, the wind-up key had fallen in the drain. So guess where we're going to go next? Faucets didn't work here. So we are going to go and retrieve that key in the next video. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm wondering if I step outside the door if it'll be another time again for me, but apparently not. Okay, so we will retrieve the key and see what the music box has to offer in the next video. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, leave a like, leave a comment if you have something to say. And please do subscribe, all the, you know the reasons why. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.